like science.
I like science.
I like science.
Hey, hello again.
Hi.
Science.
There's another episode of Shield Podulation.
Yep.
With that over there, Brandy.
That
Me
over there,
here,
David.
Dave. Yes. Brandy looks like she's on the Death Star.
No, it's just a very dark Voyager bridge picture.
Black, white, red, and gray. Those are Death Star colors. Or
Fair
Star
enough.
Destroyer colors. Light up white floors. Light
Yeah.
up white ceiling.
The light up floors are weird.
Yeah, it's like between shifts they have a disco.
They should just attach notes to everything so that people could play like a really big piano.
Oh, right. Like in Big.
Yeah,
They could do
that's the
chopsticks together or Heart and Soul.
yeah. That's the pretty much the only scene in Big that I liked.
Yeah, the more you think of that movie, the more gross it becomes.
It's really not okay. It's really
Yeah.
not okay.
All those weird body swap movies like Freaky Friday and
Yeah.
I like 17 going on 30. Is that what it was called?
No,
13
15
going on
going on
30.
30. 13
15?
going on 30.
13
13
going on
going
30.
on 30. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, she was a 13-year-old. One of the early Ruffalo films I've ever seen.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that that wasn't her in a different body per se. It was just her older. It was a look at the
Yeah.
future. So
Yep.
it's not the same thing.
Though mentally she was still 13. And so when she woke up next to a guy, kind of
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which we can address in this episode because of Kess. Ew. Gross. Guys,
Yes,
she's 2
well,
years old.
yeah, but they usually only live to like 9 years.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that to me means she's in her 20s.
well, let's see. Yeah. Let's say you lived to 90. That would make her about 20 years old. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
that's that's how I look at it.
Yeah, developmentally.
Hmm.
But now we sound like libertarians. Well, developmentally,
Yes, but we're
they're
talking about
sexually active are supposed to be around 14. Blech. Gross.
here's the thing. Uh she is from a different species
Yep.
and different rules apply.
Yep, with her elf ears.
And well, they're not really elf ears. They're something different. This is close to elf ears, but they're really
Yeah.
not. They have more ridges.
And her Scarlett
So
Johansson voice.
yeah, yeah. Anyway, shall we talk about this episode? I guess whatever.
Well, we kind of already
Um,
are, so yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, we were just talking about Kess specifically. We weren't
Yeah.
talking about the
Well,
episode.
she is kind of a focal point of this episode.
Yeah. Well, um, yeah. So we start out with what seems like a mission, which has Paris and Kess on it. And apparently though it's just a simulation.
Yep.
He's teaching her how to fly a shuttle, giving
Yeah.
her instructions on what to do. Well, emergency situations. He's basically throwing her into emergency situations.
It's a shuttle's
So
driver's ed.
it is a shuttle's driver's ed. Yeah, it's weird because they don't do that to you in driver's ed though.
Oh, emergency situations.
Yeah, they don't do
Okay,
that.
here you're getting attacked by species whatsoever.
8472.
Yeah.
They haven't met them yet.
8472.
They haven't met them yet.
It's like you can think of a name. Nah, we ran out of names.
Yeah. Well, which is funny because species 8472 is just really offended that the human crew, well, the crew Voyager basically didn't even bother to ask their name. Ask what
Yeah,
they
well,
call
it is
themselves.
offensive if you think about it.
It is.
It's like just ask them, what do you call your people? What do you mean your people? Then you can play out the scene from Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean,
I
you
mean, yo
people?
people.
Oh God. Anyway, yeah, she and Tom are very friendly.
Yeah.
But we see Neelix kind of seeing them together and not being happy about it.
Well, yeah, there's an incident in the
Hmm.
simulation in which there's some jostling and she
Yeah.
falls into his lap and he gets a little grabby to my taste. I mean, he
Hmm.
catches her, but still, there's lingering and looks. And of course, she probably smells good. There's always that, which doesn't come across on television very well, but you assume. Of course, this is Tom Paris, so
Yeah.
uh, his anaconda wants some. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's, that's not really something that's abnormal in any way. I mean, they're
No,
stuck
I mean, yeah.
70,000 light years from home, and he has limited options.
True, and he even confesses to Kim that there's of all the women on board, he's usually attracted to the unavailable ones.
Yeah, and Harry tells him, "You know why I think you do that? You like it."
Yep.
you, he
Yeah.
basically likes punishing himself.
He likes punishing himself, and it could be a commitment issue too. Is like you're not going to commit to somebody who's already attached.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, he doesn't know what to do with that, and so he tries to avoid Kess.
And if they'll cheat with you, they'll
Mm,
cheat on you.
yep. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's I suppose there are probably some very few exceptions to that rule, but the thing is just don't cheat.
Yeah,
Just if you want to be with someone else, break up with the person you're with.
true enough.
So don't go
Just caught
around.
myself in the window and I look like I'm selling merchandise in like Resident Evil. What are you buying? What are you
What are
selling?
you selling? Oh my God. I need to get back to playing the remake of that
Mhm.
one of these days. Apropos of nothing, I started playing the remake of Silent Hill 2, and it is terrifying. And I haven't even seen a monster yet.
Yep, it's all atmosphere. That's
Nope.
that game. I mean, from start to
Psychological
finish, it's
horror to
just
the max.
dread. Yeah.
Yeah, psychological horror to the max, which
Yeah.
is actually one of my favorite kinds of horror because, it's not focusing on the jump scares so much.
Yeah. I mean,
And
even finding some of the other damned characters in the game is creepy.
oh, I've already found the first one, the
Ah,
girl who's
yep.
looking for her mother, who
Yeah.
at the end of when you finally make it to that hotel that they stayed at, and you find out what really happened to Mary,
Hmm.
and coming out of the room, she's coming down the stairs from the upper floor, and everything's just on fire.
Yep.
Everything's on fire. And he asks her about it, and she says, "What do you mean? This is what it always looks like."
Yeah. That's her
Just
personal hell.
chilling.
And or when you go
Absolutely
into that room,
chilling.
one room and her dad's like on a gurney
Mm,
and he's all weirdly like melded with the gurney. It's
yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah. Uh, very gross. Very gross indeed. But I'm not complaining because, again, psychological horror is awesome.
Yep.
So yeah, anyway, Neelix is not happy. We know that already. There's an altercation in the mess hall,
Yeah.
and Paris
They
and Neelix get into it.
yep, hair pasta, which is actual hair,
Yeah,
gets dumped on each other's chest. Though later he says lap.
mm,
So in the script it probably says lap, but for shooting reasons, it seems
hmm.
they went with chest because, they're shot from the torso up, waistline up, so you don't really see anything being on the lap. So
Yeah,
it's
well,
like that's not your lap, dude. I mean, a cat might lay on your chest, but that is not where your lap is. And when
yeah,
you stand up, where does your lap go?
it's still there. You just
Yeah,
have to, it's just hidden.
yeah,
So, and of course, at that moment, they get called to a meeting with the captain, and
yep.
uh she doesn't they're like what do you mean by right away?
Yeah. Can we like clean up? Nope. Right away. It's got a
Yeah,
mission
because
that
because yeah, basically what's going on is their food stores are getting low,
mm-hmm.
and they have about 30% left, and they found this planet that, according to their scans, is rich in protein and other amino acids and stuff
Oh,
that they need. And so they think it's this planet that's just full of life, just full of plant life and whatnot. Yeah, they're going to find out. Anyway, so basically now they've been paired to be the ones to go down to the planet because it's got all of these weird atmospheric distortions that can really fuck you up. They've got a weather window that they have to get through in order to get down there. And then they have to gather as much food as they can, blah, blah, blah. Uh, so great, they're going to be in a shuttle together now. They're going to be on a mission together, and this is where they can have it out. It's coming, especially if you've seen Voyager before. If you haven't seen Voyager before, why are you listening to this? It's full of spoilers.
Some
So,
people listen to stuff without seeing it. It's
yeah,
true
that's
of
true.
movie podcasts and TV podcasts.
Yeah, yeah. So, surprising no one, the shuttle crashes.
Yeah, yet again, a ship with limited resources crashes a shuttle and doesn't seem to be all that put out by it. And we
Yeah.
see where this is going all along. You get
Hmm.
two people who aren't getting along, get on a shuttle, they crash, they have to learn how to survive with one another and get over their beef. It's something we've seen in many of the other Star Treks. I know there's a Deep Space Nine one
Hmm.
with, is it Quark and Odo that get, or Quark and somebody else, I forget. But
Well, there was also a different one that we've actually, I think, covered on this podcast where
mm,
it's Cisco and Ducat.
yes.
So, yeah.
Or was
Um,
it Kira and Ducat? Yeah.
oh, you're right. I think no, there was one with Cisco too. Anyway, it
Mm,
doesn't matter. Doesn't
right.
matter. We're not talking about that right now. Stop leading me astray, Dave.
Okay,
Stop
so
it.
yes, shuttle crash,
Yeah, and
planet, they got the vapors.
they've got the vapor.
And the doctor warned them that it would irritate the skin on humans, so he made this little balm for them to apply
Yeah,
to reduce
which
itching, their aloe vera.
apparently doesn't do much, but
Yeah, well, they keep applying it, but yeah,
yeah.
prolonged exposure to the vapors will irritate the skin.
The vapors. I'm taking the vapors today.
Need a fainting couch.
I do. And funny, they call this planet hell.
Yeah,
So
it's nice insight that there's a couple of inside jokes in this. But yeah,
yes.
Planet Hell being, a reference from critics and fans of the show about the different horrible planets that the Star Trek crew visits, their landing parties.
Yep.
This is just another Planet Hell.
Yeah. So anyway, I love Janeway telling them before they went, though, that she obviously could tell that there was a problem between the two of them. And she's like, solve it.
Yeah,
And that is it.
this is,
That is mom telling the kids, knock it off, figure it out. I'm
yep,
done with
Neelix
this.
even admitting that they have a problem. It's like,
Yes.
well, that's too bad because you're good at survival stuff and identifying what we can eat and what we can't. And you're the best pilot, and we need that. He's like, can't you recommend this guy? He's like, nope, it's got to be you. And he crashes anyway. And now we have
Uh-oh.
cat fight at the door.
Cat fight at the door. Territorial little buggers.
I know he's just
So,
let poor little Doppler in, and they can be friends.
yeah.
That would be nice.
And obviously when especially for women, because we have some scenes with Cass talking to the doctor and how upset she is over the situation. She was mad at both of them, and now they don't know if they're alive or dead.
Yeah,
And she's worried about them, but still angry, etc. But it starts with the doctor saying, "Are you all right?" And she says, "I'm fine." When a woman says, "I'm fine," she means everything but fine.
yeah,
She is many things, but she is not fine. And I say this as a person who knows that because I am a woman. And
yeah.
there have been even artsy plaques with that on it. It's like how to understand what a woman's saying with I'm fine, she's not fine. Just all these different things is like different words that women use when they're angry, but they're not afraid to show it. They're just done with the discussion.
I did like this conversation with the doctor, though.
Yes.
He's saying that, this isn't on you. That's on them. It's not your fault that they're attracted and fighting over you.
Hmm.
You're not the instigator in this. That's on them. And this is something that's happened throughout, human history. There's like he even asks, have you read any literature? Because she's like surprised by this. It's like there are men fighting over you. Most people would take that as a compliment. So he even says, "Oh, congratulations." And she's like, "What?" It's like, "Oh, well, you have two men fighting over you, and usually that's an indication that you're attractive to two different people." He says, "I don't want this." It's like, well, it doesn't have to do with what you want. That's just their nature. They're going to fight for your affections, even though you like one and want to be friends with the other, or love one and want to be friends with the other, which is weird. The Neelix Kess thing has always been weird because it seems
Mm.
like more of a fatherly thing. And it's just kind of gross.
Hmm. Yeah.
There seems to be a bit of an age difference there, or at least it seems like it.
Oh yeah, there's definitely an age difference
And
there.
so, yeah, it's kind of grody. And the way he cares for her too is very fatherly or avuncular, like an uncle.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, and just Picardo is really good in this. The doctor's
He's so
just
great.
just the
When
way
is
he
Picardo
explains to
not
her.
good?
Yeah, I mean, he lives for this role. And
Yeah.
so we'll get to see more of him in
Starfleet Academy.
Starfleet Academy, so that'll be fun. But
Very
yeah,
pleased.
just there's like the whole of literature and human history. This has been a thing, and
Yeah.
so it's not up to you to solve it. This is an issue with them. You're not the cause of it, even though, modesty culture and evangelical Christianity would suggest otherwise, that women are the cause of men stumbling. It's like, no, if thy eye offends thee, pluck it out. It's your
Hmm.
desires. You keep control of it. It's not the thing you covet. It's your covetousness. That's
Hmm.
the sin. It's not what causes it.
Yeah.
There's just
Fighting
yeah.
fighting over a woman is almost never on the woman, unless the
Uh,
woman is just baiting two
Yeah,
men
if
to
she's
fight over
baiting,
her.
that's a different story. If it's a femme
But that's
fatale kind of situation.
yeah, that doesn't happen as often as
Yeah,
people seem to
that's
think it does. It's
yeah.
just
If it does, it's usually somebody with emotional or mental issues where they're looking for
mm,
attention or to cause chaos. And so on occasion it does happen, but it's not healthy behavior
yeah.
to instigate it. Just some people warrant attention.
Yeah, they do. And so let that be a lesson to you all. If two men are fighting over you, ladies, that doesn't actually mean it's a compliment to you. It means that those guys are too focused on themselves than you.
Yep. And shows a lack of respect between the two of them.
Yeah.
Well, it shows a lack of confidence in Neelix.
Hmm.
And granted, Tom is attracted, but he
Hmm.
knows he's not supposed to do anything. And so
Yep.
he's been avoiding Kess and angering her because she just wants to be friends. And
Yeah.
so anytime she like waves at Tom or they meet in the hall, Tom avoids it and walks
Yeah.
away, turns his back on her. And that's just cruel.
Yep.
You don't punish her for your desires.
Yeah. God forbid you be mature and just explain the situation.
It's like
But
that
we are
thing
talking about men.
Mike Pence would go on about is not being alone with a woman other than his wife. Is that's not a compliment or anything. That's a suggestion of your own idea of your own frailty, that you
Hmm.
don't think you can be trusted to be alone with a person of the opposite sex. And what does that mean for them? That you can't be trusted to be with somebody who could be your equal in
Hmm.
politics and discuss issues alone because of your weird fundamentalist desires and your weird modest culture ideas. Yeah.
Fucking Puritans.
Yeah. It's like just tamp that down, have some self-control. That's all it's needed.
Yep. Yeah. That's the thing. Women have amazing self-control because unfortunately, we are taught that at a very young age. Little boys can have a fit in the middle of a classroom, but a girl
Mm.
cannot. That is unladylike, and you don't do that. And that is how we are taught to mask from the
Yeah,
very beginning of our little lives.
yeah, that's why autism is so difficult to diagnose in women is they're taught from
Hmm.
an early age to mask. And so you don't identify certain behaviors that is permitted in boys. And also the emotionality that somehow any show of emotion in boys is bad unless it's anger. For some reason,
Hmm.
anger is permitted, which is weird because it's like really not a helpful emotion and it just causes more issues than not.
Yep.
But somehow shouting over people, getting angry is labeled as passion in men
Hmm. No, it's not
when
the same thing at
it's
all.
not. No, it's
It
just
is
an
not.
excuse to be immature.
Yep. So take note, ladies and men.
Are you? There'll be a quiz later.
Yes, there will be a quiz later. It's question number one. What does a woman mean when she says I'm fine? Multiple choice.
Pop quiz hot shot on sexual politics.
Yeah, the one where you say what does I'm fine mean? There's a, check all answers that apply, and there's a list of like
Mhm.
17. Oh my goodness. To be fair, Tom is really not a violent person to start with, and neither is Neelix. So the fight in the mess hall was kind of weird, but at the same time, they're more like two bickering old ladies
Yeah, well,
when
you could
they're
see this
down on the
bubbling
planet.
up in Neelix as he's glowering over his hair pasta
Mm-hmm.
and just doing dagger stares at Tom,
Yeah.
especially how Tom treats Cass by, yeah, it suggests that something's going on when you make a public display of nothing going on,
Mm-hmm.
so as to not give away that something is happening. So there is that. But that also shows a lack of trust in Cass,
Mm-hmm.
is to think that there's something going on between the two of them when there's not, because, Cass is clearly not playing, the scene. She's not yes-anding Tom's disregard. She's like, I want to be friends. And she storms out of the cafeteria too.
Yeah.
When she's getting poor treatment, she goes storming off. It's like,
Well,
well, if
can't
you're not going to say hello or sit next to me, then bye.
can't blame her there.
Yeah.
So
Poor Kim didn't get to finish his meal. He just
no,
barely sat
well,
down to eat when he got called away.
he did. Yeah. So, the planet Hell, yes, shuttle has crashed, but don't worry because no matter what happens, there's always going to be the same complement of shuttles as when Voyager left space dock.
Yep.
So, yeah, and the planet doesn't seem to have any vegetation at all, and they're just like, well, what? How did we? What were these readings then? But they're getting really eaten up by the vapors, and so they go find a cave
Sure.
because cave, and we have seen this cave structure many
Mhm.
times.
And they locked themselves in by blasting the entrance.
Yeah, good idea.
Yep. It's like, boy, but hope you have air source somewhere in there.
Well, if you can blast it closed, you can blast it open, but
Yeah.
yeah, the thing is there's got to be air still coming in through the rocks because they're still itching and scratching.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I bet it sticks to you because it was pretty dense fog.
mhm. Uh, Meanwhile, Voyager is waiting for everyone to come back. They lost contact with shuttle. They don't know if they're dead or alive.
Yep.
And another ship shows up and starts firing on them. And then they take a defensive position in front of Voyager.
Yep.
And
Like their
they're
arms
like,
out, like,
yeah,
you shall not
you
pass.
shall not pass. And so they're like, okay, what is this? And they're trying to figure it out how to get by them because there's another atmospheric window that's going to be opening. And though they can't beam them out, they can take Voyager through that window and go transport them from a closer distance.
Yep. It's always weird uh when these huge vessels go into atmosphere.
Yeah,
It's like I don't think you're built for that. Well, Voyager, it's stocky. It's
it's streamlined. It's very um
well, it looks like we brought this
elongated.
up while watching the episode. It looks like a plastic mold. You said that you'd get like at a zoo.
I'm sorry.
It just has like a mold-like shape, or back in like shop class when we did welding, we created this mold out of sand and we'd pour, I guess, some aluminum, melted aluminum and create a little thing. And it has that kind of look to it, even like it had to have a little seal, almost like it was 3D printed or something.
Yeah,
It's just a very sturdy design. I don't particularly care for it. Oh, you got a cat.
I do.
I don't really like the Voyager shape or look. I think it's nacelles are too stubby. I think the saucer being spoon shaped is off. I prefer the round. I mean, considering that I like the Discovery most and also the California class I like a lot. They have a very specific look that
Indeed.
yeah, oh, he's rubbing up against your face with his face.
Yeah, he's purring. He's
So
purring.
yeah, if anything could survive going into atmosphere, it would probably be Voyager.
Yep. Especially in a turbulent atmosphere. So,
Yeah.
and guys, don't get offended just because we don't necessarily like what Voyager looks like. That's
Everybody
just
has their favorites.
yeah, everybody has their favorites, and I'm not dissing the show. I just wasn't excited by the ship design is all.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
what it
everybody
is.
has them. The ship designs they like, they don't like, and I don't like Voyager. Some people don't like Discovery's little
The pizza
spinny
cutter?
fidget wheel design.
I don't know if you guys can hear the purring, but
Probably not.
so yeah, they figure out that the aft of the ship, the whatever weapon they have back there,
Oh yeah.
is vulnerable, and so it has a lag time after it fires, and so they basically break away, start going down to the surface, and when they fire their aft phaser, it's they actually are like, oh, the window, no, the okay, there it is. There's the point where I can fire, and Tuvok fires one shot and disables basically the weapons on the ship. So, but they made it in through the window, but they've only got a short amount of time to get back out because always there's never enough time, is there? There's
Nope.
never enough time, Kitty. There's never enough time. It's always, oh my God, we're going to die if we don't do this.
He's
So
getting bounced.
press X to not die.
Yep.
Um,
A quick time event.
yeah, exactly. Quick time event. That was the quick time event. Was the shooting the
Yeah.
aft phaser of the ship.
Yeah. Get
So
ready. Oh yeah, there's some of those in Fallen Order. It's like
yeah,
jump for this and land on this giant bat. Press left one. It's like, okay, so I have to aim, fall, press this button when I'm in the right area. And it's like how many times I missed and died.
yeah. Well, I couldn't get through just the first area of that game. It pissed me off so much.
Well, yeah, well, people have compared it to one of the Souls games with its difficulty level.
Yeah, and it's just like it gives you so few instructions on how to work the controls. It's
Yeah,
just
well, also, if you have a lightsaber and it's taking you several hits to kill stuff, it's like, what is this game?
yeah, and I also
Well,
find it offensive that there was no female option for the main character.
yeah, and he's a mouth breather.
Yeah, I always just wanted to punch him in the face. It's like this
Yeah,
is my character, but I want to punch him in the face.
it does
So
give
yeah,
off redheaded stepchild energy.
hey now.
Yeah, well, he does have red hair.
I know, but yeah, I didn't get very far in that game because I just didn't care. I just didn't
Yeah,
care about any of it.
yeah, yeah. It's seems frivolous.
Hmm. I don't know if the second one's better, but first one,
Hmm,
I never got much past the beginning
right.
situation, whatever, you know. So, oh
Then
my,
every planet you visit has bottomless pits. It's like,
of
how common
course.
are bottomless pits?
Oh, very.
Yeah,
If Star Wars is to be believed.
yeah. It's like everybody builds on cliff sides. It's like that doesn't seem wise. You
No,
guys know what erosion is, right?
no,
Like
they
those
do
people
not.
here in more, south of us, building their homes on the edge of a quarry.
Yeah.
Like they're still digging there.
Yeah, not a good idea. The fact that land was even sold there is just
Yeah,
really, whew, that's
get 3 days of
devious.
heavy rain and goodbye home.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, back to the caves.
Back.
They
Oh
are
yeah, the
going through the
caves.
caves. They
They heat up
find a nest
rocks.
of eggs.
Yeah. They
And
blast rocks to heat, for warmth, and then they're hearing noises.
yeah. So the thing is that the minute, because up until that point, I'm just like, I don't remember this episode.
Right.
I don't remember what happens next. And then when we saw the nest, I'm like, oh, I remember this.
And right.
I remember this now. So yeah, there's an egg, and it's now hatching. And
There were what, three eggs in this whole
I think
cave
four.
system?
I think there
Okay.
were four. Well, not in the whole cave system. That was just one nest. There
Ah,
could have been
right.
others. We saw a very small portion of the caves relatively,
Yep.
but yeah. So the Paris is like, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah,
Whoever's
well, just
coming
leave
back for
it.
this,
And
and
yeah,
Neelix is like, no, we are not leaving this child to die.
yep. Because we don't know, for one, if the mother returns and sees that the nest has been disturbed, sometimes
Hmm.
they'll abandon it. We
Yeah,
don't know. And yeah, he convinces Tom to stay eventually.
yeah, and the little thing hatches, and it looks like a combination between a lizard and Gonzo,
It looks like one of the dinosaur puppets from, or Muppets from the show Dinosaurs.
which I never liked.
Yeah, which apparently ended with them all dying from the meteor strike, which is a hell of a way
Wow.
to end a series.
Wow.
And it
Wow.
was, for the time, talking about climate change and how people deny it.
Hmm.
Because the scientists that saw the meteor coming were trying to inform everybody, and everybody else was looking the other way and going, "Nah, that'll never happen. We're dinosaurs. We've been around for millions of years. We'll be here for millions longer." And then whammo, they all die. Which is funny because forget, I think it was Matt Apodaca from Now Playing, who's also the podcast producer for Yo, Is This Racist for a little while. But as a kid, he used to watch the show with his folks, and they were out that time, so he got to watch it alone. And it was the final episode where they all die.
Oh my God.
And they come home and it's like, how was the episode? Well, they all died. And their parents were like, what? And Matt's like, no, they honestly, they all died. And a meteor came and hit them all. They all died. It's the last of the series. They're like, what the hell? One episode you leave your kid to watch alone. It's family television. The whole entire cast dies from a meteor strike.
Yeah, and see, that was the time when the VCRs weren't really pervasive
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
So, and
So
even
you'd
if you
have to
could
wait for
program your
reruns
VCR.
and syndication or something, and there's no guarantee they're going to syndicate it. So, yeah.
Yeah, see, I never caught on with that series because it felt like Married with Children, but with dinosaurs.
To me, it felt like the Flintstones, but with the dinosaurs being the Flintstones character. It just had that
Mm,
vibe. I think they were
fair
using the
enough.
same, like, well, yeah, the same kind of format, which I know Flintstones is based on that Gleason show that I'm forgetting the name of.
Hmm. I know.
Honeymooners. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Honeymooners vibe, except they had children. So yeah, it did have a Married with Children kind of vibe too, I guess.
Yeah, it just that kind of humor just doesn't work for me.
Yeah, just really right across the plate sitcom writing.
Yeah. And just a lot of it's mean. So,
Yeah, mean-spirited humor, which was typical for that time.
hmm, it's not my thing. There's
Like
already
Friends
enough,
was full of that stuff.
yeah, there's already enough mean stuff in the world. I don't
Yep.
need to see it in my television.
Yeah. Which
So,
granted, some of that was in Community too, but some of it was sweet too, so it was a balance.
yep. Um,
So yeah,
yeah.
they got
So
this
they
little
find
baby
the baby, and
dinosaur.
they're like, okay, and they've got to get back to the ship. They've got to,
Yeah.
and they need to get to a place where they can be beamed out. And Paris argues to leave the kid. Neelix like, nope. And now he calls Neelix the basically the foster mother.
Yes,
So
says you're the godfather because
godmother,
the
that's it.
little well, it was godfather then changed to godmother once Neelix picked it up and wrapped it up in a blanket because it started shivering.
Hmm.
And then it started to look pale and have trouble breathing.
Yeah.
And they tried to feed it rations, or Tom tried to feed it rations, which looked like little, uh, boy, a lot of religious talk in this one. Looked like little wafers.
Eucharist wafers, yes.
Yeah, they look like little Eucharist wafers. Have some wine on the side and have a little transmutation going on.
Have a little of the body of Christ.
Yeah, here, have a little Christ, a little blood, a little body. You'll be good to go. Absolve you of your
Oh,
sins.
oh, there's a whole Susie Izzard thing about the
Yeah.
the communion. Who ordered the
My
body
blood
of
is my
Christ
body.
then?
There's the what my flesh is, yeah. Food is my body. Wine is my blood.
My
Those
oysters on my kneecaps.
oysters are the
Tomatoes,
decaps.
tomato is my head.
Yep.
You do that, Dad. All you have is the priest going around going, "Oh, who ordered the body of Christ
Yep.
then?"
Celery are my ribs.
Oh my God, that's such a funny bit. Anyway, yeah, they have to get outside. They take it outside. Basically, the kid goes into what looks like cardiac arrest, is just not responding.
Yeah.
And Tom figures out, oh no, it's the vapors. The vapors are what it feeds on. And
Yep.
so
Nutrients.
he's taking a hypo spray, not hyper spray, hypo spray, and drawing in the air and then putting it in the mouth of the kid. And
Oh,
they
was
can,
that what he was doing?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he was
Because yeah,
drawing in the vapors and then force feeding the kid is what he was doing.
okay. Yeah, I
That's what
was
he was
wondering
doing.
about that because I knew he was using it as like an eyedropper, like because he talks about how this bird, struck his window and got injured, and they had to,
Beat him with an eyedropper.
yeah, feed it with an eyedropper back to health. And yeah, I didn't realize it was the vapor he was collecting. I thought it was actually the stuff in the hypo spray. Instead of
No,
spraying, they dropped it. But yeah, it was
no, that's
actually
why he kept
condensed
holding it up and pressing the
nutrients.
button and then
Ah,
putting it in the kid's
okay.
mouth.
Oh, that's cool. That can do that, I guess.
Yeah. Well, hypospray is just like an empty vessel. It's you empty everything out of it and then you can
Yeah,
draw
I
other
guess
stuff
so. If
in.
he doesn't have like a little drug canister thingy in there, just
Well, no, there
unplug
was a
that and
drug
use it as a
canister
vacuum.
thingy in there, but he dumped that out. He's
Right.
and then put the vapors in. He put the
Okay.
vapors in.
That makes sense.
And they can hear the mother. Never assume that a mother is necessarily female. They can hear the mother coming and they're worried. They're like, okay, well, we've got to make sure that this baby doesn't die. We got to make sure that they find it. And the baby's, like calling out. And then you see a full grown one of these, which
Uh-huh.
is somewhat terrifying.
Yeah, it's got a very like sharp beak-like face, and it sees them, but still approaches the infant
Mm-hmm.
and tends to it. So Neelix is satisfied.
Yep. And just as things might get a little upsetting, they get beamed back aboard Voyager.
Yep. Sans shuttle.
Yep. So,
Yeah, yeah. It's interesting the mother, father, we don't know because this is a reptilian species,
hmm
and it makes sense that there would be no breasts or any, secondary sex characteristics that might expect from mammals or
yeah,
primates anyway. That they don't feed on milk, they feast off this nutrient air. And
yeah,
so yeah, that it could be a mother, it could be a father, we just don't know because those sexual characteristics aren't displayed, which makes sense scientifically.
indeed. And besides, it's alien species. But the
Yep.
interesting thing is that there's got to be more than one nest on this planet, right? They
You would
can't be
think because
using this
yeah,
entire planet for
for four
just
eggs.
one nest. I think it's
Yeah.
like their nursery planet.
Yeah.
And this, they were kind of, they come back, they know how long it takes the egg to gestate, and then they come back for the babies. So because there seemed to be absolutely nothing else on this planet.
Well, it makes you wonder too what their life expectancy might be because
Mm,
they're particularly long-lived or long-lived. You could pronounce it either way, I guess. That their population would explode if they were to produce a lot of offspring.
yeah,
And so maybe four here, four there is enough to fill in the gaps.
yeah.
So
Well,
who
not
knows?
well, not all eggs will be viable either.
Yeah, I guess
So,
that's true too.
but yeah, we'll never know. We'll never know for
Yep.
sure because we will
Yep.
never hear
This
from
is a
this
one and
species.
done. Yeah, one and done species.
We don't even know what they're called.
Yep.
So, yeah.
He'll
But
get hit by a meteor and I'll die.
ugh, God, Dave, please. There is a really nice reconciliation between Paris and Neelix, and Paris does say, "I respect you,
Yep.
Neelix," you know? So they were absolutely friends after this because all it takes is apparently it's a plot device that's been used for many, many decades that put two
Yeah.
people who hate each other in a dangerous situation and they'll learn how to work together.
Well, yeah, there's a Prison Break movie where the two prisoners don't like one another and they're handcuffed together and they escape, I guess, a prison transport thing and have to learn to survive together. And I
Mhm,
think one's white and one's black, and so there's those racial overtones to it too.
mhm.
So it's similar to that. It's a story that's been told time and time again, but because I think it strikes to the root of the issue of relationships and how we overcome differences is if you force two people with, differing opinions or a dislike for one another or some other beef and they're forced to work together to survive, that maybe they can overcome those differences.
Yeah.
And that shows a bit of hope. And it's difficult right now to view that when the people's opinions of what this country should be are so diametrically opposed
Mhm.
that there doesn't seem to be a way to join hands and see your way through it. It's this idea that it's got to be one way or the other, and the people who want to be somewhere in between is like, well, that's at the expense of certain people. To placate, one group, we have to remove the rights of another, and that doesn't seem viable in the long run. So this
No,
idea that we can get
that's
along is
dictatorship.
difficult. Yeah.
Removing that's a dictator move, removing
Yeah.
people's rights.
Yeah, and people insist, and people at the center insist that's the way forward. And it's like, no,
No, it's
because
not.
first of all, I don't see you advocating for removing your own rights. I see
Mhm.
you advocating removing rights that don't affect you. What happens when it's you
Mhm.
that's, under the gun, so to speak?
Yeah. Mm.
So yeah, you
So,
you would hope that this would be the scenario in which, people can get along, but we're already under a pressure cooker as is with climate change looming and various other things, diseases that we're getting into flu season again, and there's nobody at the controls as to how to deal with an outbreak. So,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm shocked I was able to get my COVID shot, frankly.
Yeah, I was too. I was kind of jealous. It's like I should have gone with you.
But I can take you in anytime, babe.
Yeah, maybe next time you go in for your pharmaceuticals.
It may be some time because I
Yeah.
get things in 3 month batches.
Right. Oh, right.
Yeah,
And by
so
then it'll
basically
be
we
like
should just
January.
take you in.
Just take me in, get me shot up.
Yeah, well, I can make an appointment.
Yeah.
So, but anyway. Yeah, so they get when they get back to Voyager, Cass is waiting for them. All is forgiven. Neelix and Tom have a newfound respect for each other and a better relationship. Cass is happy in C.
Cass also seemed a bit like almost put off that they're getting along so well.
Yeah.
It was like an overcorrection because she's looking at it like, I'm here, guys. As
Yeah.
they're chatting with one another. There's that bit where Tom, they're talking about their pasts and how Neelix is saying that the crew would say that Tom used to be this coward. And, Tom said, well, I'm a changed person. I'm trying not to be that person anymore. I don't want to be that. I'm striving to be somebody better. And then Neelix talking about, being a survivor and stuff. It's like, yeah, you grew up on a pile of, and he was about to say junk. And it's like, yeah, I was a junk dealer. That's how I survived. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Mhm.
And, just getting out in the open, their thoughts and feelings. Tom confessing that yes, he is attracted to Kes, and Neelix confirming yes, she's very attractive, which seemed kind of gross too, reducing her to her appearance rather than who she is as a person. But attraction can be that too. I
Yeah,
mean, you
that's
can
the
be,
thing. Attraction isn't necessarily physical
yeah,
appearance.
was it demisexual where you're sexually attracted to only certain aspects, like intelligence as being one of them, but that has its own name, I think, when you're attracted to intelligent people.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's basically you can't feel arousal for just anybody.
Yeah,
You can only feel arousal for one person, and then
yeah,
finding that one person,
yeah,
yeah, that could maybe never happen.
right.
So that's a hard way to live.
Now, what we get Kim on, what was he playing? The oboe? Was it
Clarinet.
clarinet? Clarinet?
It was a
Clarinet. It was clarinet.
clarinet.
Clarinet. This is
More Susie
again
Azar
references
jokes.
to his family and his mom saying practice, Kim, practice. And so he's playing a bunch of upbeat clarinet music. And Tom requesting something more melancholy to suit his mood as being love struck and unrequited. Kim
Honestly,
poking him by playing upbeat music.
yeah, well, that's fair enough because he's like, play something. And so he plays something. He's like, no, play something else. And I'm like, fuck you. Of course, he's going to keep playing jaunty tunes. Now that you want something depressing, he's not going to do that for you because you're being a dick.
What am I, an iPod shuffle? It's like, what
Yeah,
the hell?
no,
So
not
you can
happening.
request music from the computer for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Apparently, Harry was rationing and just eating whatever Neelix was offering for a few weeks so he could afford the rations to replicate a clarinet. He didn't
Yep.
have it with him. So he had the 3D printer make him one.
Yeah. Anyway, that's parturition.
Yeah, we get a bit of some others. Blana's here, Tuvok's here. We get
Mhm.
little pop-ups, but
They're not the focus.
nothing, yeah, there's nothing really strong any of them have to contribute other than a few lines of dialogue to move the story
They're
along.
there to they're there to contribute technobabble.
Yeah, which gets mentioned too, which was fun. So a couple
Yeah,
of inside jokes in this particular script, the Planet Hell reference, the Technobabble reference,
yeah.
when
It's
they're
when Neelix
going down to
says
the
that.
planet and Tom is recording the flight plan. He's like, we're out of communications range. You don't have to do that. He's like, I'm entering it into the log.
Yeah, that's how logs are made.
Yeah,
So
it's like this is in case something happens, which it does. If they ever got the black box, they could, you know, listen to the recording. Why don't they make the whole shuttle out of the black box if it survives a
exactly.
crash?
Yeah. Uh, that's a good question. Maybe it's of a metal or composite of something that is too heavy if you make it into a
Yeah,
big thing.
typical. Also, it's probably in a containment area. Why don't you make a shuttle out of a containment area? It's like it's just I think you answer your own question there. It's like, well, then it won't fly. He's like, yeah, it won't fly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right then. There we
Anything
go.
else about this episode other than its weird sexual politics?
No, that's weird sexual politics is prevalent in 90s Star Trek.
Yeah. Janeway being Janeway with her sneer
No, I love Janeway.
and
It's
her
not a sneer,
coffee.
it's a smirk.
Yeah,
There's a
smirk.
difference.
Oh yeah, it's a smirk. It's a kind of a smug, ha, we got you now kind of thing.
Hmm. Not even that. It was more of a like, yeah, I know I'm right.
Oh, is this her is season 2, episode 7, and this is probably her 14th hairstyle?
Yeah, well, this hairstyle is going to stick
Okay.
because she's got the short hair through the rest of the
Right.
series. And when I say short hair, I mean it's basically just only to her shoulders and not
Yeah.
this massive trail behind her.
Yeah, it's
I
shoulder length. It's not quite a bob.
yep, it's not.
It's kind of soccer momish.
It is soccer momish. So anyway, that means it's time to find out what we're doing next. And oh my God,
Oh,
are
we're to
we
that
ever,
part.
yeah, are we ever going to get a TOS episode?
Oh no, but Greatest Trek has been doing it.
Grace Trek has been doing random episodes or
The original series, yeah, because they
oh.
weren't originally going to do it, but between Star Trek series, they've decided to go to the original.
Yeah. All right. Well, banged my mic. Sorry if that made a noise.
Bong, bong. Mine doesn't bong
So,
because mine's not on springs.
boing. Springs are boing, not bong. Bong is a gong.
Well, if you have some microphones, they go bong when you hit them.
Yes. Okay, here we go. Hey Siri, give me a random number between 1 and 954.
The answer is 683.
Oh, late era track again.
683. Let me write it down first.
Mm, I don't know. It's not that late.
683. Ah, ugh, fuck. Sorry. Sorry for the noises you're probably going to hear later,
Mm,
Dave, when you're
I didn't hear anything over my headphones, so there's probably nothing.
okay. So 683, 683, 683. Softly, softly, catchy monkey. 683 is Enterprise,
Uh-huh.
Season 3, Episode 3, Extinction.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Is this
that's
gonna be the
the whole
Zindi
Zindi.
attack?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
the I think the Zindi attack happens earlier,
right.
but this is this is the Zindi season.
So back to
So
Enterprise. It's been
back
a little
to
while, I think.
Enterprise. Yeah, it has been a little while. And the funny thing is I was thinking about Enterprise today for some reason. Couldn't tell you why, but anyway,
Star Trek on the brain. Makes sense.
on the brain, on the brain. So there you go. That's your homework for next time is Extinction, Enterprise, Season 3, Episode 3. Pretty easy to
3-3, easy
remember.
to
3-3.
remember. Yeah.
Yep. And Dave, do you have anything you want to tell people?
Oh, let's see. We've been watching Marvel Zombies on Disney Plus, enjoying that. It seems to be pretty brief. I think there's only 4 episodes. It's a bit more
Yeah,
action than horror, but it is graphic.
very.
So if you're expecting gore, yeah, you're well off to expect it.
Well, it is
It's
rated
pretty
M.
gruesome.
It's rated
Yeah.
M. They make that very clear.
Yes. Yeah, it's very graphic violence, which is particularly funny because Kamala is pretty much the lead, it seems, in it.
I love
So
that.
how delightful she is amidst all this gore. It's a nice contrast.
Yeah.
And watched Nosferatu, did not care for it.
Did not care for it either.
Kind of plotting, a bit more style over substance. Prefer the silent original. Still needs to see the Herzog one of these days,
Yeah.
because apparently that one's pretty damn good.
That's what I've heard, but I wouldn't know because it's not on streaming anywhere.
Uh, it might be on Prime, but it might be to rent on Prime. I didn't actually see if it was
Yeah.
free.
Well, the last time I looked for it, it was not
Right.
available on anything for free. So, yeah. So, if you like long plotting movies that are unnecessarily gross, then
Yeah.
go watch Nosferatu.
Feels also all too familiar because it is a remake based on a movie that stole the plot from Dracula, so it's all very familiar. That and the Orlok in it is like, do we need him talking?
No. Well, I mean, of course, that's the way it was in the silent movie,
Right.
but anyway. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. Yes, it was
I guess it was a
lie.
lie.
A lie. Yeah. So that's it for us then.
Yep.
And we'll be back next week as per usual. And by
Yep.
then it
Every
will be,
Saturday if we can.
yeah, then it'll be All Saints Day. Halloween will have been
Hmm.
over,
Oh.
and the next day is All Saints Day, which is funny because Halloween, like the Day of the Dead, people call it the Day of the Dead. That's not the same thing. Halloween is a reminder that we are not eternal in these bodies.
It's kind of last celebration before we really get into the dark part of the year up to
Yeah.
Christmas where the light returns.
Well, it's the
So it's kind of
celebration
like
of the
bookends.
harvest.
Yeah, from
That's
from Halloween to Christmas.
yeah, because that's what it is. Basically, Halloween is the point where you can't plant any more crops, you can't
Right.
harvest any more crops. What you have is what you have, and you hope you're not going to die over the winter.
Yep.
That's basically it's basically what that time of year is.
Oh,
So,
here's a recommendation. Hypnagoria has a
yes.
long series on the history of Halloween and its
Oh, so
origins.
good.
And in this one, it was covering Halloween in the 90s, which is kind of not much available.
Hmm.
And even what was available was a bit divisive.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, addressing from very early days of, reading your fortune from, melted wax and bobbing for apples, and how a lot of Halloween is about young people finding love
Yeah.
and into what it is today.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
All right, there you go. There you go,
right.
guys. Happy
Yep.
Halloween, because
Happy
we won't
Halloween,
talk to you
because,
before
yeah.
then.
Well,
So
Halloween will have come and gone, and because we're doing things randomly, there's no special Halloween episode because this
it
would
would
have
have
been
been
it.
honestly, it would have been great if it had come up as Cat's Paw, which is not an episode I like of TOS, but it would be nice to have a TOS episode that is not the animated series.
Or we could have the zombie Vulcans one from Enterprise.
Oh my God.
That's a
That
good
one is
Halloween
so
episode.
good. Oh,
There's a few
freaky
Discovery
as fuck.
episodes that are a little creepy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Indeed.
yeah, but as the case is, we do it randomly, so we're up to the winds of change and the dice of fate.
Yes, all of those things. All right. See you. Well, talk to you next week then.
Yeah, next week, next Saturday, back to Enterprise.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Skilla.